Hi, it's me, Vivi. I'm back with another video, this time a Q&A as a 20K subscriber special. Whoop, whoop. And to answer everyone's burning questions that they so dearly need the answers to. And I'm here to answer all of that, hopefully. A while ago, I posted a story asking people to provide questions for this very video, and I received a great amount of them. So thank you to those who sent in questions. I'll do my best to answer them, but I don't know if I'll get to all of them, so let's go. When did you start drawing, and how long have you been drawing? I'd say I've started drawing for a really long time now. Ever since I was about, I'd say 7 years old. That's when I started drawing digitally on Microsoft Paint with a mouse, you know, the good old days. I didn't start drawing with a tablet and a better software though until I was probably, I'd say 11 or 12. It's been a long time, I can't remember. I've drawn for about, I'd say 15 years. It's been such a long time of consistently drawing and being exposed to the internet, like at such a young age, that I just kept drawing and practicing and honing my skills. What is your inspiration and how do you stay motivated? I feel like my inspiration was all over the place. I got inspired by a lot of Webtoon I read growing up, like Lookism, True Beauty, I Love You, etc., etc. I can't really think a lot of them on top of my head, but I know I read a lot. I just don't remember most of them. There were definitely many artists that have inspired me in my art style. Of course, the storytime YouTubers, animation meme YouTubers, different artists I follow and still follow. I'm constantly getting inspired by different artists, like daily, ranging from mutuals to artists that aren't strange. If you know, you know. As for motivation, I'd say the best way for me to stay motivated to draw or even post is making it fun. If I don't think of it as like, oh, I'm gonna do this for views, for reaction, all that stuff, then it's fun for me. I experiment with art and don't really stick to one concept or style. I like to explore when I want to, not when I have to. Forcing myself to do something isn't fun. I also post for fun, make me money, you know, it's my job. Not like, come on now. But I also remember to rest and take breaks when needed. What inspired your OCs and how are they so different? When did you first make them? Honestly, these OCs were made in the summer of 2023, so it's been a full year of them existing. Like, they weren't childhood OCs or anything, they just came about. My first design of Jay was actually from a drawing, like, quote unquote, my types, because I was bored from being home from college. Then it evolved into me giving him a lover, Elise. Originally, it was just gonna be Jay and Elise, as I was on my shoujo binge. Love shoujo anime. I can never say this enough. They don't make them like how they used to anymore. Pisses me off. Like, come on now. But I made them with the intent of like, I just want them to be in love, bickering rivals, frenemies to lovers, you know, something simple. That is until I posted my first ever TikTok of them, along with Aaron's first design, and everyone loved him. He was also amongst the my types drawing that I did, and I added Evan, who was also from the same drawing, as like a love interest for Aaron. It's quote unquote love interest because I will elaborate on that later because it's also like a frequently asked question. It was also gonna end there. Then I wanted to add more. I just wanted to add more and make my whole universe like expand it. So that's when I added both Val and Diana. Then to make my OC universe more spicy, I added Theo as Elise's ex, and I completely like based him off of Kim Taehyung. Like, he was hot. I mean, I showed him to my friends when I first made him, and they were like, damn! Then I added Ami, because why not? She's fucking cute. She's cute as hell. Then Ian was made last. I did not plan on adding him into the universe. I just made him in a game, and then he was so well loved that he just ended up being in the universe anyway. I also grew very fond of him, so that was also the thing. And I guess from making my OC differently, I really wanted to make a cast with diversity and variety. It's not for a quote-unquote woke thing. It's just fun for me to include characters with different backstories and body shapes. Again, it's just fun. I'm not making myself add diversity for the sole sake of satisfying the public. I'm only doing it because it's something I want to OC. I make what I want. I don't have to do anything for anyone's satisfaction. I mainly get inspired by different aesthetics based off of like my OC's different aesthetics off of that. Mainly fashion aesthetics. Ami is coquette. Elise leans towards the Akubi Y2K style. Theo is a biker boy. You know, y'all get the idea. I like drawing different types of outfits, so I incorporate that into my art as well and my characters. Also, I forgot to mention that after Ian, I gave them family members and roommates, different characters to expand the universe more and world build. So now they live in a city, they have roommates, they're in college. I can explain more about this in another video. If you guys want me to, leave it in the comment section. I'll think about doing it because I love talking about my characters. I love talking about my world building, so that way I can, I don't know, talk about it, I guess. I'm a yapper. What can I say? So let me know and I will consider on making a video about it. How do you keep track of your characters' backstories, and are your characters real? What is your character making thought process? The answer to that question is Google Docs. I put my OC lore into a Google Docs and just type away like a madman. I love Google Docs because I can just type it anywhere and anytime I want. Now for their backstories, for some characters, their lore is based off of me, but pushed to the more extreme because, you know, creative liberty and to make it more interesting, like Elise's body dysmorphia, mommy issues, or Evan being asked out as a joke. Like, I didn't go through bullying like Evan did, but I was asked out as a joke. Other characters, though, are completely unrelated to me. I just kind of came up with their lore on the fly, like Ian getting stabbed by his dad, or Deanna's parents dying in a freak accident. Like, none of that happened to me, but I just thought these characters just needed that for their backstories. And like, it's shitty for sure. I just thought it was a fun, good idea to give them that type of trauma in order for them to really grow as people. Sue me, I guess, for making them have sad pasts. I also discuss my character backstories with my friends, and I bounce off ideas from them. It's nice to have other people actually, you know, equally interested in what I make and want to add on it. Give me a little head canon of yours, and I'll see if I want to make a canon or not. Because I don't take what they say like it's the Bible. I don't take it to heart. I just take in ideas that I like and shove them onto my characters. It's fun. I also consider how their lore builds them into the type of people they are currently to showcase growth. We love growth. So my characters aren't real, but that's what makes them feel real. I don't make them perfect either. I give them flaws to fully flesh them out as a person. It's just how it is. I give them hobbies, likes, dislikes, etc. I give more flaws than others. There's people that exist where they just aren't good people. That's my thought process in making these characters. I also want them to have three-dimensional personalities rather than having just one personality they stick to. For example, Jay is what you presume as a green flag and a great guy, but he doesn't like to face his problems and conflicts. Rather, he just prefers to run away from it all. He lacks the skills to communicate how he feels. Instead, he lets it fester and resentment grows. Yeah. Or Aaron, where he's an outgoing social person, and well, when he's actually very non-committal romantically and tends to play with other people's feelings. He's well liked but pretty inconsiderate when it comes to other people. It's stuff like that that fleshes out a character. If that's something you want to look into doing with your own characters, then do it. You'll never know what you'll come up with. And like, depending on how real you want your characters to be, it's the best practice to do if you want to make them, like, I guess, three-dimensional people. Who is your favorite and least favorite OC? Oh god, this is hard because I love all of them. It's so hard picking which one is my favorite and or least favorite. Like, if I had to choose, if I had to choose, I'd say my favorites to draw would be either Ian or Jay. I mean, I draw Elise a lot, like I know, but Ian and Jay are my babies. They're my favorites. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're tall and cute. I don't know, but I don't even have a least favorite. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even have a least favorite. Genuinely speaking, I just can't have a least favorite. If I had to choose though, maybe Ian's dad. It's typical because he's done some pretty messed up shit. But out of the 9, no one. You can't make me choose. I can't choose. I'm not even gonna say Theo because I actually really like him and he'll get the character development. Trust. I mean, I am his creator after all. I know a lot of people hate him, but please, he is just a normal guy, okay? He's a narcissistic asshole for sure, but he's normal. He's just being told in the perspective of Elise. So if she hates him, y'all are gonna hate him too. Like, come on now. But it's okay, because once I actually give him that redeeming character arc, you guys will like him. I hope, because if you guys still hate him, by all means, whatever, but I still like him. Are Aaron and Evan going to end up together? And how did they meet? Oh, I've been waiting to answer this one because so many people ask about them. So, no, they aren't. They aren't gonna end up together. I plan for their relationship to not have a happy ending because they're not even in a relationship to begin with. They're friends with benefits, situationship. They're in a friends with benefits / situationship type thing. I want to showcase how most of the time these relationships don't work out because these two don't want the same thing. Aaron doesn't really like Evan like that, and Evan likes Aaron but can't tell if those feelings are genuine or just pure obsession. Aaron wants it to be casual while Evan is in fucking cahoots about him, like being with him. So before y'all think I'm homophobic or something for making my only, so far, male MLM gay relationship to be like this, they just happen to be boy ex boy, okay? I would have done the same to a woola relationship or a het one. It doesn't change anything. Them being gay, MLM, doesn't matter. Their relationship will be the main reason both Evan and Aaron get their shit together and stuff. So them kissing and such doesn't mean they're like meant to be or in love in the slightest. I may not show it well in my short form vids. That's my bad on my part. I want to dive more into their stories and plots for sure, since they're supposed to have some climax and conflict scene where they argue. So yeah. Also, they actually met casually through hanging out with Elise and Jay, just in passing. Not much into it until the night of the party happens and Aaron just starts chatting up a storm with Evan and flirting with him. Then whoop whoop, they somehow do the shebang and bam. It's not solidified. This is just a gist of it. And like that's how they start their whole friends with benefits situationship type thing. So it goes deeper than that. And they're not in love. Okay, like they're not in love or anything. They're not kissing because they love each other. They're not meant to be. They're two different people with two different dreams and aspirations. It's not gonna work out between them. That's all I'm trying to say. Are you making a webtoon and will there be plot? Are Elise and Jay going to be endgame? As a matter of fact, yes, I am. I'm planning to make a webtoon of these characters / their universe. I can make a whole video on about where they live, like city-wise, like I mentioned in the beginning. Kind of just world building stuff. So let me know if you guys still want that. But yes, I'm going to make a webtoon. Now, I don't know where I'll post it because I don't know if I want to post it on Webtoon directly, but I'm planning on it. Story-wise, it's gonna mostly follow Elise and Jay's romance in a shoujo-esque style. I'm still working on it. While including the side plots of the other characters, I plan to name this series Change of Heart, as you know, they all go through some form of change. There will be plot. I just suck at organizing everything and I have school. However, this is my last semester and I'll be graduating in May, so I'll definitely have time to indulge in this passion project. And yes, Jay and Elise are endgame. There's no team Theo, team Jay, it's just Jay. He's the main lead. Theo was just there as a catalyst. He's just an X. He is nothing more than just that. There's no second lead. It's just that. Will we get Theo lore? And if Theo didn't lie, then why didn't he try to tell Elise that he wasn't lying? Ooh, these are interesting questions. Actually, there will be animatics with all of their lore. I know I haven't shown much of their backstories except for Aaron's and Ian's, but I did post a brief lore dump on my Insta of their different stages of life and what they went through during that time. But I'll be more in depth with their lore in the animatics I'll work on once I can find the time to start on it, because I've been saying that for a year. I just haven't been able to start on it because I couldn't think of anything. As for the Theo question of not telling Elise, so his reasoning for not telling Elise he didn't lie was because he didn't have the balls to do so. He was a puss. He was a pussy to tell her. In all seriousness, he just wanted to let the relationship go, like, and had no way of contacting her because like she did block him. Theo wanted to move on with his life, and the main reason why he decided to come back was because he missed what they had and genuinely thought that Elise wanted the same, which was kind of a dumb thing on his part. Yeah, this is a bad explanation. I am so so sorry. But he's just one of those people that don't really try much and doesn't like to put in effort for things. Will Elise reconnect with her mom, and will we see more of everyone's parents? Now, Elise isn't estranged from her mom like Aaron is with his family. She's still dependent on her mom to pay for her living and such. She just didn't have the best view of her due to how she treated her, and her mom holds it over her head that she provides her livelihood, and Elise just can't break out of it. POC parent things, you feel me? As for their parents, I feel like yes, I would provide more about everyone's parents and family. I just need to find interesting ideas for them. Yeah. Will Elise and Ian interact? What is Evan and Theo's relationship, and what is Jay's relationship with Evan? I'm not sure why those two specifically, but maybe. I feel like later in the story they will interact at some point. I just have to figure out how and what their dynamic would be. As for Evan and Theo, Evan actually had a major crush on Theo, but he wasn't aware of it at the time, and he didn't think he was gay. And it just felt wrong for him to like Theo because he was a guy and also dating his sister. So he just kind of found things he hated about Theo just to get rid of those feelings, since in his mind it's easier to hate him than be interested in him. They didn't get together. It was just an unknowing one-sided crush. As for Jay and Evan, they're just friends. Just simple friends. Nothing else. Is Jay bisexual? Yes, he likes both. What's an AU you wanted to do with your OCs? Honestly, there's a lot. I can only really name a few, but I love the AU where they're all monsters, like spooky, scary monsters, because their designs are so cool. I'm literally modeling the 3D model of Weeping Angel Evan because that's my favorite design of his. And I'm also working on them being Pokemon gym leaders because my cast is big enough to be gym leaders. I also love them as Sonic characters because Sonic hyperfixation, hello. And my friend and I also joked about my OCs being in her universe too. Like they all got different powers since their universe is fantasy and modern, but they're also developing a plot and have a big OC cast. I love them. You should go check them out. It's at Lunar Bunny. I don't know how to like properly pronounce it because I've always read it but never said it out loud. That's their account. You should go check them out. They're on Instagram and TikTok. But that's if like when I record this, TikTok hasn't been banned here yet. So we'll see about that. So editor VV here. TikTok ended up not being banned. It was banned for like 14 hours. It was only banned for like 14 hours. Also, the person that I'm talking about, my friend, is like my best friend. When we were on Tumblr, like seriously, so go check her content out. Like she's at Lunar Bunny on Twitter. No, not Twitter. Blue Sky, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok. She posts cute OC content. Her art style is super cute. Please go check her out. What do you use to draw? I use a cutesy pink Huion? I think it's a Huion drawing tablet. It's not the one with the screen, it's just a small one. I prefer a small one because it's portable and I'm used to looking up at my screen while drawing rather than directly drawing on a screen. I don't know, it's just easier for me. It's pretty nice, I recommend it. I don't remember the price. I believe it was around 30 to 40 bucks when I bought it on Amazon. I mostly draw with my PC and sometimes a Surface Pro. I use ClipStudio Paint PRO for all of my drawings. What are my hobbies besides drawing? Well, I've been getting back into working out. Like, I don't know, I want to get fit this year. Gotta look good for my grad pics. I also cook. I've been cooking my own meals lately. I game as well, The Sims 4 and Episode. Mostly visual novel games. Like, God, those are such bad games. But I thoroughly enjoy them for some odd reason. Ooh, I also love playing Pokemon these days. I finished Pokemon Black within a week. I'm currently debating on whether or not I should play Platinum, White 2, or Heart Gold. Definitely gonna save Heart Gold for last though because that game is long. Gay? Only half. What made you want to start art? I'm not sure actually. Like, I don't know what made me want to start it to be exact. It just felt right. Like, I loved drawing as a kid and my dad taught me how to draw, but I didn't think about making it into a career until I hit like probably high school. Actually, no, I wanted to be like a cartoon artist when I was like 9 years old. So it hit me pretty early on, but I just thought it was like unfeasible because the whole broke artist notion. But being on the internet for a long time too impacted my trajectory in life when it came to starting art and continuing it to this day. How old are you? 22. I'm 22, turning 23 in July. I'm not old for you Gen Alphas, okay? I know that there are people younger than 18 watching my videos. I don't know why you're on the internet, but you know, I ask myself the same question every day. But yes, I am 22. How did you learn anatomy, and any advice on how to make interesting OCs? I get asked this a lot, and I just use references for anatomy. I look up specific body types I want and draw it from that. Whether it be facial anatomy, body anatomy, any form of anatomy, I search references to use. And references isn't cheating. Like, using references is very crucial to learning anatomy and basic proportions in order to get it right, because I feel like you need to learn the fundamentals of art and anatomy before you can really go in and stylize your art style and make it your own. It's a process and it takes a while. With my characters having basic proportions and anatomy, I have to really focus on making the proportions look accurate and correct, or else I just start hyperfixating and hating my art. It's a problem. Perfectionism. Also, making interesting OCs is kind of hard. I feel like the best way to make OCs is to give them unique attributes and unique outfits. Make them look appealing to you. And honestly, be open to critiques from others too. Not like people who straight up just hate your stuff, just people who will help you make your characters better. But again, don't take their stuff to heart if you really don't see that fitting for your character. And also, give them things that you wouldn't expect your OC to have. Like, people wouldn't expect your OC to have. Like, give them flaws, give them depth, give them a past that built them up to who they are now. Like, sure, if you want to give them a really traumatic past, you can. Just know that that's what builds them into the people they are in your story currently. You also don't have to marry to the plot and personality you've given them initially too. If you want to change them, do it. Just remember the continuity of the character's story and design, because you don't want to make characters that don't make sense. You have to really deep think it, and I've done that. I've deep think a lot about my characters. I can't leave them. How do you get over art block? Getting over art block is hard, but what I do is just take a break and indulge in my other hobbies or go outside. I go out to eat with my family and hang out with my friends. I don't touch my tablet until I feel like drawing again. If I can't put things on a canvas, then I'll just walk away from it. Taking breaks is necessary for growth. Push yourself, but understand your limits is what I put into practice. It's something that you start learning after doing something consistently, and especially with drawing. Like, drawing, people always say practice makes perfect, and it truly does, but sometimes like your art isn't going to be perfect, and practicing will only just get you to a place of content until you want to change everything up again. So I just suggest, if you are in an art slump, like if you're stuck, just take a breather. Don't draw for a while until you get the inspiration again. Are you gonna do a face reveal? Why don't you post yourself? I have done a face reveal a few times, and since I'm not societally attractive, I get unsolicited comments like, oh, go to the gym, or you're not all that. You know, the good old stuff. I did get positive comments though, so I appreciate those. I also get really embarrassed seeing myself in videos. Like, I got body image issues. I don't need people pointing out the things that I already point out to myself daily. Not to dump all of this, but yeah, I'm working on it. But I don't think I'll be doing another face reveal anytime soon, just because, like, I don't know, like, I just want my content to be of my art and not me. You get what I'm putting down? Like, I don't want it to just be me, and I don't know if I want people to recognize me in public like that, because I have no form of how I look like I don't know what I actually look like in real life. Sometimes I think the mirror is lying to me, so I think I need to work on that. Yeah. Yeah, I need to work on that. Did you go to art school? Nah, I am going to school for art, just not in art school. I'm studying animation, but it's not something I wish to pursue. Because animation, I don't know, like, I just can't animate. I actually want to be a concept artist and character designer for an indie game company, or just a game company, like something simple. So if anyone is hiring, I am open for that. Not doing this for free though. Are you by any chance Filipino? Nah, I'm Viet. I'm full Vietnamese and can speak it. I can read it slightly, but I can't write it. I don't know why did I give you the impression that I was Filipino? What of me gave off Filipino vibes? Like, I'm curious now. Question mark. Will you be doing a new Meet the Artist? I should, honestly. I gotta update my avatar on that, so I'll get to that when I can. Who's your favorite Sonic character? Silver or Shadow? I don't know. Definitely not a red and black edgy hedgehog like. No, totally not him. Totally not him. You know, it's yeah, no.
My Shayla. My Shayla.
How are you? I'm good. I've been doing good. And I hope that everyone else is doing fine on this very fine 2025 of January when I'm recording this. So yeah. Do you prefer matcha or lychee? Lychee? One of the two. Ooh, I like both. But if I had to choose, matcha for sure. I always get myself a nice matcha milk tea with cheese foam. Like, that shit is fire. Do you have a partner? No. I'm single and not actively looking for a relationship. I think I'm fine where I'm at right now. But if the opportunity comes, I don't know. But I'm single right now, so. Favorite food? Ooh, I love hot pot and KBBQ. All-time favorite. I also specifically love Love. It's like beef rolled up in like leaves. It's so good. I love eating it with bumjaya. I just love food. I just love food. Could we have a Discord server? Oh, hell no. Hell no. I'm so scared of having a Discord server because the amount of artists that got into so many controversies after making one, I also don't have the capacity to manage and moderate one. What are you hoping for this year in 2025? Honestly, I'm hoping to finally start my Webtoon/comic. I know I've been saying this for a year now, but I really want to start on it. I felt like I wasn't in the right place mentally to hone in on a project like that without wanting to give up. And I feel like now since my characters are more fleshed out and I know how to want to organize my story, like I said, I had trouble organizing my story, but I can figure it out now. Like I can try to figure it out even if I suck at it. And I also hope to just allow myself to create without going through imposter syndrome or doubting my abilities and comparing myself to other artists. I just want to be content in myself and in my skills, and I hope that for everyone as well. Okay, now that we've reached the end of this video, that's like all the questions I could answer. I'm so sorry if I couldn't get to any other questions. Like if you guys didn't see any of your questions in here, I'm so sorry. There is just some that I couldn't answer and some that I'm like, how would I answer this? Maybe I can do another Q&A video in the future and you guys can ask me more in-depth questions, but these are all that I had received from you guys. Again, I like to appreciate and thank you guys for sending in questions and supporting my content. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had fun answering these questions and feel free to like and subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.